Hey, how are you? If you're new to the channel, then welcome, and if you're not new, then welcome back. I'm Ella, and today I'm going to be trying the Scrawlr box for the month of July. I've never had a Scrawlr box subscription before, but I've seen so many YouTube videos on it, and I'm really excited to open it and find out what we've got. So let's go. So I've already opened the box to have a little peek inside, because I was feeling a little bit impatient, but let's finally look what is actually in here. So, when you open it up, you've got this beautiful little thing. I don't know what's in the thing, but I'm very excited to find out. Then I'm pretty sure this tells us what we've got, so we'll not open that just yet. And then we have a fun little print, and it's by Steph Harder. I'm literally horrendous at names, so hopefully I said that right, but probably didn't. And they are an illustrator from the UK. So, ooh, we have watercolor paper as well, 8 sheets. That's decent. So, I imagine we've got some watercolors in here, or at least some sort of water-soluble thing. So now then, onto the grand reveal of what we've got in here. Right. It's like Christmas. Ooh. What is this? So to start off with, you get this fun little watermelon sour bubblegum. I feel like I've had this before. I'm pretty sure all of the sweets are from the UK, because this is the UK based box. So that makes sense why I've probably had it. This is a fun little sticker. You get a sticker in every little box, and I think that's so cute. Like, this is the print from earlier. And then I'm excited to find out what this is, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it until last. So, next we get a angled brush. Let's feel it. That feels nice. I imagine this is a watercolor brush. Fine liner, I imagine. We got Faber-Castell pen fine liner. That's quite thick. That's quite thick. I didn't expect that. This is it's 7 is why. Now I don't use fine liners often, but that's a really fun thing to have. This is the exciting bit. And then lastly, is this a little postcard? That's so cute. The guinea pig adventurer. A really nice treat, I agree. And finally, the thing that I've been wanting to open this entire time. It's looking like a watercolour set. Super vivid and transparent colours. Look at that. How do I even open it? Oh my god, that's adorable. That's such a unique colour palette as well. So we've got cinnamon, mango, opera does that say? Crimson, Vivian hue, so that's like a greeny one. Deep blue, violet, and burnt umber. So, I've wet my brush. Oh, that looks very pigmented. Right, so this one is cinnamon. Whoa. They weren't lying about it being vibrant. The colour picks up so beautifully on the brush, look at that. Yeah, quite pinkish. That's so pretty, that's so vibrant. So looking in the little booklet that they give you, it looks like there is a prompt of quest. And that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So I think the idea is to do what the original artist did and create story through your art, which is definitely going to be interesting. So let's go. So I'm kind of stuck for ideas, and whenever I'm stuck for ideas, the best course of action is like pretending it's A-level art and drawing my own face. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a self-portrait and I'm gonna somehow link it to the prompt. So I'm not exactly following the prompt for this. I'm just gonna draw something, paint something, and hope it turns out decent, because genuinely watercolours are so far out of my comfort zone, it's unreal. The last time I did a watercolour painting that turned out vaguely okay, it was year 9 and it was a portrait, so I'm just gonna stick with portraits. Never mind, I just found it did not turn out as good as I thought it did, but you gotta bear in mind I was 13. And to be fair, I don't imagine this would be much better, but we'll see. So now to actually talk about how I'm finding these watercolours. The only other watercolours I've used in recent years is the Winsor & Newton, I think it's like a student set one, and it literally cost me £10 one time in year 9, and I've used them 3 times. But I can confidently say that these ones are significantly more pigmented than those ones, and it took quite a bit of getting used to be honest. Unlike the Winsor & Newton ones, where you have to swirl your brush around in it for a little bit before it actually gets pigment on, these ones you can literally tap it into the pan with water and it's so pigmented. So I had to dilute quite a lot of these ones down, and I actually made quite a lot of them less vibrant because they just wouldn't fit the vibe of the portrait. Also, the vibrant colours scared me a little bit, I must admit. They were really nice, but they were quite intimidating. Along with that, the colour palette was actually better to work with than I thought. It was more of a cyan, magenta, and they say that's yellow, but that looks orange to me. And you can mix quite far with them. I know they are a variation of the primary colours, but I've only ever used classic, you know, primary red, primary blue, primary yellow. And you can get quite a lot of variety with this. Along with that, the yellow ochre was a really good move. I loved the yellow ochre. And yeah, the green was very, very bright and it was hard to do the eyes because of that, but the colour palette had plenty of colours, and that's really all you need to do a watercolour painting, I'm gonna be real. In so much of this, because apparently I need to have my face 3 centimeters away from the page, my head was in the shot so much. That was a decent clip. Some of them I'm just straight up in front of the camera. Now it was around here where I'm pretty sure I started to experience the 5 stages of grief with the painting. When I said I don't like watercolours, I meant it. I don't enjoy them. Give me some oil paint, please. And a little secret between me and you, this was my second attempt. The first one, I don't even know what I was doing. That got thrown in the bin so hard. I think I was using them like it was gouache, and I was like, oh wait, you can't layer them like that. And it was just a whole mess. So that one got in the bin. This one's looking decent so far. Or as decent as it can look. And you know what, that's good enough.
are nearing the end of this painting, let's talk about my thoughts and opinions on the box as a whole, ignoring my, hate for watercolour. I think this box was good. It costs £18 something, I think, and I'm from the UK, so there was no shipping. And I think that's decent. I think with subscription boxes for art supplies, one of the main things you're paying for is the novelty of having this box put together with some fun little things that you can use with a fun little prompt, and it's a great time. And I think it does have that. I think in comparison to other art boxes that I've seen, although I haven't bought them, it has really good value and good art supplies in it. And I really enjoyed this, and I will continue to subscribe for at least until I go to university. At this point, honestly, I just wanted to be done with this painting because I was kind of on a time crunch and I had other things planned. I'm currently doing a week of flowers challenge on my Instagram and TikTok. You should follow if you want to go see that. And yeah, so I gave up. I used some coloured pencils for the eyes because in no world was I getting that tiny little detail in with that paintbrush on this A5 paper. That wasn't happening. So I cheated a little bit. I used some Prismacolors. I also did a couple more details in the hair that I wouldn't have been able to do with the paintbrushes very well. And you know what, it just really tied it together. And that's okay. I'm allowed to do a little bit of cheating every once in a while. I then remembered that I had a fine liner I had to use, so I did some little detail with that, and we were done. Overall, this artwork isn't the best, and I dislike it just a little bit, but for what it is, for the fact that it's watercolours, it's decent. And that wasn't the art supplies fault, it is just my hatred towards watercolours. So yeah, like and comment for engagement, and subscribe if you want to follow me on my other art ventures. See you in the next one.